Hi everyone, my name is Matthew McPherson and I'm very excited and humbled to share this video with you. This is one of the biggest goals of my professional music and teaching career. So the statute I am going to introduce to you is the Jazz Preservation Act of 1987, Resolution 57. Whereas jazz has achieved preeminence throughout the world as an indigenous American music and art form, bringing this country and the world a uniquely American musical synthesis and culture through the African American experience, and 1. Makes evident to the world an outstanding artistic model of individual expression and democratic cooperation within the creative process, thus fulfilling the highest ideals and aspirations of our republic. The way I have seen this law in action within my lifetime is I have always known junior or senior high schools to offer elective jazz courses. In many cases, the students of the reading bands, such as marching bands or concert bands, also participate in the jazz band, essentially studying improvisation and reading music. The interaction of jazz and some of the key aspects of jazz, individualism, self-expression, democracy, freedom, are incredibly important. One of my jazz heroes is Thelonious Monk, and his inspirational quote has motivated the art form immeasurably. Jazz is freedom. You think about that. However, one of the biggest weaknesses jazz faces is it, along with classical music, together comprise less than 1% of the USA population's interest. So moving this study abroad presents many challenges. Also, this is a music education topic, thereby limited with regard to usefulness or prestige within a society, as the arts often are. Sir Ken Robinson gave a very exceptional TED Talk that we watched in our class, still wants an education revolution, and he gave many great ideas, but two of them stuck with me. Number 1, it's like jazz, I think, or improv. If you're not prepared to be wrong, you will never come up with original ideas. And number 2, it's really a constant process of improvisation. What a wonderful talk that was. So from there, we can move on to other parts of this incredible statute. Number 2, it is a unifying force bridging cultural, religious, ethnic, and age differences in our diverse society. 3, it is a true music of the people, finding its inspiration in the cultures and most personal experiences of the diverse peoples that constitute our nation. 4, has evolved into a multifaceted art form which continues to birth and nurture new stylistic idioms and cultural fusions. 5, has had an historic, pervasive, and continuing influence on other genres of music, both here and abroad. And 6, has become a true international language adopted by musicians around the world as a music best able to express contemporary realities from a personal perspective. There are 5 parts in the next sections, and it basically says the music had not been properly recognized. It is important for the youth to recognize jazz as part of their cultural and intellectual heritage. There was not effective infrastructure, and the final thing was that it was in the best interest of our national welfare that we preserve and celebrate this unique art form. It concludes with jazz is hereby designated as a rare and valuable national American treasure to which we should devote our attention, support, and resources to make certain it is preserved, understood, and promulgated. This was agreed to on December 4th, 1987. I'd like to introduce you now to Charles McPherson. Charles McPherson is one of my teachers, and that alone humbles me. He is a living jazz legend and has played with many past masters in groups and as the leader. Here he is with Charles Mingus. Here he is with Maya Angelou. And here he is on my Facebook page promoting his work with the San Diego Ballet, where they combine jazz improvisation and modern dance. He is aware that I had started a jazz course at a private Catholic school here in Taiwan, and he offered his support to my work spreading America's greatest art form. In my music thesis, I examined the value of presenting the art form of jazz and improvisation to Taiwanese music students. In 2017, Taiwan's Ministry of Education, which is their branch of the government that oversees education, had made arrangements for jazz to be taught in the high schools and junior highs. Unfortunately, that online site is no longer available, and it appears the ministry may have stopped funding that program. I am very sad to say that my jazz class was also canceled, but I am taking steps to further the art, and as I gave earlier, it is my goal to teach improvisation to students here in Taiwan. I do have private students, and I am able to teach them jazz and classical, so I can only keep moving forward. I want to thank you very much for giving me the chance to share the Jazz Preservation Act with you. Thank you.